woke up in a lucid dream. Now we're hunting for the shards. We might be an oddball team, but at least we've got no bards. World Walkers.
Hi, my name is Megan McKay. I'm playing Tin, who is a female forged fighter and a gunslinger. And you can find my work at doodleforfood.com and onetruedino.com.
Hi, I'm Olivia Welch, and I'll be playing the character Ertlebee, who is a grandma and also a gunslinger. She's a druid, but she doesn't know it. She just thinks she's really good at gardening. You can find my work at imaginquest.net.
Hi, my name is Jane. I draw the webcomic The Pigeon Gazette, which you can find at thepigeongazette.tumblr.com. I play Vasa, who is a human female rogue.
Hi, my name is Wesley Hall, and I play the dwarven wizard Brummelstone Hammerstorm. I make the comic Nameless PCs, found at namelesspcs.com.
And my name is Pedro, the GM and creator of World Walkers. In our last episode, the group discovered that a collection of dwarven miners using a Shard of Stardust were lost in the caverns. When asked for help, Vasa rose to the occasion.
And I'm like, well, we, adventurers who have saved the lives of your dwarven people, we might very well lay down our lives for this. But what will you give? What will you give as we lay down our lives for your culture and your town?
If you can bring it back to us, just name your price. We need it.
Well, first I'm going to need, the best bow and arrow that you can spare. And that dwarf guy over there, he needs the best dwarven armor that you can spare. And maybe something for that grandma as well. I mean, what do you want?
I love free things.
Yes,
I love coupons.
As they approached the entrance to the cavern with a survivor, Carson, the group found something disturbing. And he gets closer, and then he rolls the body over, and he looks confused. There's no face.
Oh my god.
It's ripped off?
No.
There's only flesh and bone? Or
no,
it's a smooth, round,
it's just
faceless...
a smooth, round, faceless individual.
Gross.
I kind of lean down.
No defining features, no hair, no kind of... It's a dwarf, but it doesn't have the beard of a dwarf. It's pretty terrifying.
So I kind of lean down so that my mouth is next to Brimstone's ear, and I just go, oh no, we can't afford to prepare more. We should go immediately. We should go now. And then I kind of straighten back up, and I'm shaking my head.
Brummelstone warned the group that this was a victim of the shadow plague that wiped his village from existence.
But it seems like this is striking and spreading. Our timeline is built on mismatched timelines, so I believe that the disease comes from there, but there's no proof of that. There's no proof of the cure, and all I know is that the beasts that carry it, they're deadly. You can get it. I don't know how I have survived this far. This is the thing that frightens me to the core of my very bones. So you want to go in the cave? Or...
No.
Once they ventured into the cavern, they ran across another group of the same mushroom creatures they faced before, only this time, one of them went toe-to-toe with Tin. It's going to go ahead and try and hit you again. Critical hit!
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
No!
He's a trooper. I'm going to miss Sprouty.
Oh, man. Hold on a second.
Can we adopt him? Can we adopt Sprouty?
We need a new team mascot.
He's so much better than Tompkins.
Tin is, over it. She's just not amused at all. She's, having such a bad time right now.
Let him live.
It's like if that squirrel bit you really hard on the ankle.
Yeah.
He's so cute. I want to keep him.
It jumps up. It's getting ready to attack you, and then it runs in between your legs, and then gets you right in your ankle for a ridiculous amount of damage.
What the fuck?
Crit for 12.
Holy shit! We found the robot's Achilles heel!
Achilles heel! Literally.
After defeating the mushroom people, The group continued their journey until they discovered something else was in the caverns as well. Coming into your torchlight is a creature you've never seen before, regardless of what world you come from. Its loose leathery skin hangs from its skeletal frame, which ends in a tail made of teeth. As it climbs down from the ceiling, you watch its limbs twist and turn as bones grind and shift to accommodate. Its eyeless face is long and ends in a jaw that unhinges as it widens like an elongated skin-wrapped beak. Suddenly it leaps off the ceiling as it rips into its own skin, pulling it open like wings. It groans as it plummets at you.
So, wait, is it clear that it intentionally comes towards us and it's not like, oh, by
It's
chance?
plummeting at you. No, like it's crawling along the ceiling as soon as it sees you, and as soon as you get a chance to see it, like really take it in, that's when its jaw kind of unhinges and opens up and it dives at you. And now the group, down one member, prepares for battle.
So, obviously I'm going to throw myself out of the way. Can I, like, football tackle Ertlebee out of the way as well with me?
Oh,
You can, yeah. Yeah, you can both take a dive.
Okay, yeah, I would do that.
All right. Are you putting him any resistance, Ertlebee?
No, I'm fine with this.
I'm just like
Free hug.
scooping up or like, pick up and just go. Throw ourselves to the side.
So you both throw your way out, throw yourselves out of the way. Like you tackle her, and you both get on the ground, and you are no longer targets of the creature. Brummelstone?
I'm going to guess this thing has some sort of sickness, and I'm not happy with it. I'm going to cast Witch Bolt. Is it, like, plummeting down purposefully, like, obviously to attack us, or is it...
Oh, yeah, it's screaming at you. It's.
Is there really anywhere to hide in the cave, or is it just, like, you can move away from where it's landing? That is a valid question. It shouldn't be standing right underneath.
Wait, do you want to try to move first, you said?
Yeah, like, move out of its immediate
Absolutely,
way.
yeah. You can move out of the way and no longer be a target.
Okay. Well, I'll do that. Can I attack it then, or is that it?
Yeah, you can move and attack.
Okay, I'll do that, and I'll cast Witch Bolt. 19.
19 to hit.
Oh, Dwarf is mad.
The target takes 1d12 lightning damage, and each of your turns for a duration, which is up to a minute, it continues to take 1d12. So I jump out of the way. I'm guessing, I say this for Gamtodor, which is the name of my town that I finally figured out. And it does 9 damage.
Alright, so you take off running, and then as you're running, you turn around, and you fight this bolt of lightning kind of races through your arm, and then jumps off of your hand, slams into him. For how much damage?
9 damage. 9 thunder damage, if it matters.
Okay. And then
or lightning damage.
Yeah, you see the lightning kind of continuously race around him and hold on to him as you guys can. Everyone who's looking at Brummelstone sees there's lightning dancing in his eyes, and looks like he's kind of holding and focusing that lightning himself. The only person left is Tin, so it's going to attack you.
And Carson.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I'll roll for it. That's true.
In the red shirt. I mean,
Wait, so I don't even get an option to try and, like, dodge?
It's going first. So anyone that went before could. You have an option to dodge with your AC and stuff, but in terms of, like, the rest of them cleared out of the way as it was coming down.
Alright, well, Tin kind of has this, like, she's like, purse her lips, and she just, like, nods. She's like, let's see how it is. Okay.
But no, it is going for Carson, actually.
Oh, hey, there you go. Dwarf was good for something.
Yeah.
Hooray. This is what you get for rolling a 1, Carson.
If you hadn't got us lost.
If you haven't got lost with the
You're going to
mushroom
lead us
people.
here, you might as well, take it first.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate. So,
Goodbye,
it
Carson.
dives at him, and he ducks the first bite, and then stands up, and the bite kind of goes over his head.
Oh.
It's a critical hit.
Oh, jeez.
You watch as it tries to, like, swallow and pull in his skin, and then spits him out, and he falls to the ground dead immediately.
Carson!
Ooh.
Ertlebee?
He was a deer.
Wait, I didn't go.
Right, you're last.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm on the ground.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that she hasn't gone yet. Okay.
Yep. Ertlebee, you're on the ground.
Yeah, I got knocked over,
Yep.
pushed to safety by Vasa. What is the beast doing right now?
Spitting out what's left of that guy you guys came with, whatever his name was.
Is its mouth like reasonably open?
Yeah.
Like, could I throw Sprouty's corpse into its mouth?
Yeah, you could try.
I'm going to try. I have Sprouty's dead body. And I'm like, here I go. And I throw it. And I do like a little spin around too. I'm like, no.
All right.
Like a discus.
Yep, make a dex check. Or, a dex check. Or
17.
dex attack roll, sorry. But yeah, that's good enough. So you deal a point of damage as it kind of goes,
It didn't go into its mouth? No! I wanted it to eat it.
Enjoy the sour taste.
No, you can. Yeah, that's fine. You can throw it in its mouth. So like, it throws in its mouth, and he just kind of chokes for a second, and then swallows it.
Yes. Okay, good. Now it's got spores in its system.
The small ones don't have spores.
No, Sprouty!
Sprouty.
Okay.
I would shout at Tiny Tim. I'd be like, the spore bomb. Try it.
Ertlebee, do you want to get up as well, or do you want to stay on the ground?
I'm actually very comfortable here.
No, get up, grandmother.
Get up.
10.
I'm horrified that there's now a dead dwarf near me. Even though normally I'd probably try throwing the spores in its mouth, I am a little bit shocked that, so I'm gonna try and get out of its, near vicinity, and I just, make a dash away from it.
Alright. It's going to take an opportunity attack against you, since it landed next to you.
No!
Not the ankle. Anything but the ankle.
It cuts your other ankle.
It takes a quick bite at you and deals 7 damage.
Oh, just a quick bite. Just a little nibble. It's fine. Okay.
So you're getting away, then what are you going to do?
Okay, so I guess, as I'm dashing away, I kind of, do a little somersault and, pull out my rifle. Can I make an attack? Or...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm, as I'm running and somersaulting, I, pull out my rifle, and I take aim and try and shoot this bitch in the face. Oh, right. Let me actually roll for that. I was trying to do the damage math stuff, and okay. So I got a 24.
That's a hit.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. I'm not happy.
Yeah, you need to bite back.
So it's 15 damage.
You run somersault, and when you land, you've got the rifle out, and you're on one knee. You take a shot, and you catch it in some of its loose, leathery skin. New round, Vasa.
Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my arrows because I ain't getting anywhere near that little monster. That is in total an 11.
That's a miss, unfortunately. So you fire off, but it kind of just contorts itself, and its bones bend as necessary to avoid the attacks, even if it doesn't make sense.
And I use my cunning action to go back even further, 20 or 30 feet. And if I could, I would drag grandmother by her little neck of her shirt.
Yeah,
and be
she's still flopped on the ground. So you're pulling her.
You can do that. The way it would work is that you would use your move, and you'd move at half speed because of her. But using your cunning action to dash, you can move the full 30 feet.
Yeah, I'll
pull
do whatever
her
it
with
is.
you.
And
Yep.
I'm pulling her with me.
All right. Yep. So you're dragging Ertlebee across the ground.
Further and further away from this thing.
Brummelstone.
I'm gonna continue. It's dealt automatically as long as I concentrate on the lightning bolt.
Yep.
That's my understanding. It does 3 damage that time.
Alright. Its turn. It is going to leap for you, actually, because you've got a spell on it.
Yeah, thanks for the cover, guys. This is probably it. It was great playing with you.
Oh no!
Brummelstone loves you all.
What's your AC?
11.
11. 2 misses, actually. I got a 10 and a 6. So, yeah, it kind of just leaps at you, and it uses like its skin as kind of wings to push itself forward at you. Lands in front of you and does 2 quick bites. You notice that its tail looks like it's poised to attack, but it doesn't seem to be able to reach you since you're so close. But you can see the kind of arcane, purplish, bubbly liquid coming out of its saliva as it bites at you. And you realize that must have affected whatever that guy's name was that is dead over there.
Yes. Carson?
You know, what's his face?
Carson Worthy? Oh, yeah.
You're not recalling his name.
Oh, no. That's not
Did he draw a picture of himself?
He did not.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
No!
Ertlebee?
So I'm getting pulled along by Vasa. I've been like pulled to safety. I'm still pretty comfortable. I'm also pretty salty that I like wasted what was going to be a great dinner, thinking I would poison the monster, and so I decide I like sort of kick my feet up, and then I use the momentum to like roll myself to a standing position.
Whoa!
And I get a sickle out, and I'm like,
I say, shoot it, grandmother, shoot it.
But how will I rescue the sprout from its
Shoot it, grandmother.
Fine. I put the sickle back and I take my gun out. Really, you worrywarts. And I got a 13.
13 is a miss.
No. This is why you go with the sickle.
Yeah, you hear its bones kind of crack and snap and grind as it move around and contorts its body to avoid you. Tin?
I mean, for me, honestly, the further away, the better. So I'm just gonna keep like doing a roll and a roll. So I'm just gonna keep like running away, roll, and then take another shot as I'm like keep putting distance.
Isn't it like Dark Souls where they just keep rolling forward? Yeah.
Ain't no shame.
All right, so you get to the edge of the cavern.
How far away am I from it now? Or?
Now you're probably about 70 feet or so.
Okay, cool. That's good for me. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take another shot at it. Gosh, balls. I got a 9.
A 9? Nope.
Yeah.
So yeah, too many flips. Too many rolls.
Got a little dizzy.
Vasa?
Yep, so it hasn't moved, and I think we're a pretty safe distance from it, so I'm now going to steady myself and use my arrows again. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, so this one is an 18.
That's it.
Alright, that's 3 plus 4, that's 7 damage. Plus 5, so that is a total of 12 damage.
So yeah, that arrow strikes true, catches it right in his arm, and he spins to look at you, and his eyes narrow. Brummelstone?
I would say watch out for its tail. Give everybody a heads up. And I'm just going to keep the bolt of lightning, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine that I can move far.
You can move, it just gets a free attack.
Yeah.
Lightning bolt.
I'm going to keep lightning bolts, yeah.
Pikachu!
Guys, this works better if there's other targets for it to hit than me, but...
I distracted it with my arrow.
Yeah. It's looking at you, I'll take that. That does 5 damage.
I'm actually, like, really concerned it's gonna kill Brummelstone.
Oh, look, it's Enzo! Roberto comes in to save his brother!
Oh, yeah!
That would be so epic if Roberto, like, charges in.
That's what's gonna happen, so...
Yes!
Hey!
Our hero, yes! Hello, handsome.
Shoot a Lego arrow at them.
Hey.
We needed you!
So basically, as you enter the scene, you see this... I'll give you the description again real quick. It is a large, long, skeletal-like creature with loose, leathery skin that hangs off of it. It's got a long, almost like 15-foot long tail with the end of it kind of made of sharp, jagged teeth. It has no face, and it unhinges its jaw, and currently it's standing over your brother right now, getting ready to take a bite out of him. And then that's when you finally you couldn't sit in the town any longer, and you came after them and you tracked them down. You found a separate way to get into this room. This room, the way you were going, the tunnel got caved in, So you had to kind of search around for a separate way. So you've come around through another entrance in the back of the cavern. So you come in through that other passage, with that side passage, and you see the creature is looming over your brother, getting ready to devour him. What do you do?
Damn, good timing, eh?
Best timing.
Shite. So I'm gonna have to shoot it or try to get its attention somehow.
You could use both your action and your move to get into melee range with it, but you couldn't attack.
Oh, okay.
Or you can decide to shoot it now.
Get up in its business.
Get all up in its business. Yeah, I'm not really sure if an arrow will get its attention as much as I want to, so let's do that. And then I want to get up closer and just try to somehow get his attention. If I just yell at it or something, I'd be like, "Yo, walk away from him."
Yep. So you charge in. You have a sword?
I have a sword.
Yeah. You withdraw. You draw your sword. You charge in, and you essentially just kind of shoulder check him and push him away from your brother. And it looks at you and brings itself up to its full height, which is 8 feet. And if it tries to for its next turn, if it tries to attack Wesley, you just inflicted disadvantage on it.
Okay.
So its turn. It is surprised at you. It's confused. It's going to continue to try to attack Wesley because it wants to end. Wesley, you've seen it before. Wesley's wrapped it in electricity and is just shocking it down. So it's still going to try to hit Wesley, and no, it can't. You're standing in between it, and it cannot get around you to attack him. But then it pulls itself back a little bit, and that tail that was off to the side reaches really far around, and it stabs you in the back for 8 damage.
Which of you?
Roberto. Sorry.
Oh, shite.
Yeah.
Well then.
The dying act of a brother.
Okay.
Ertlebee?
Not good at all.
Just so you know, young Mr. Robot, that tail is apparently bad news, so be careful.
Okay.
It's very bad news. It made us forget that thing over there.
Oh, but forged aren't affected.
Yeah, good point, young lady.
Yeah, give me a perception check, Enzo. What's your passive and perception?
Perception is 11.
11. So yeah, give me a perception check if you want to make one.
16.
You notice dripping off of its tail and also dripping out of its mouth is it's like saliva, but it's also kind of this purplish, bubbleless, arcane energy inside of it too, and you recognize it as the same stuff that was in the blood of the victims of the village. Like from the stories that Brummelstone would tell you about what happened that day.
Oh,
so
shite.
This thing is probably infected with the same plague that he was hunting down and trying to cure.
Oh, man.
As far as you know, you've always been told that part of the reasons that you were built is because you are immune to the effects of it.
Okay.
But your brother is not.
Okay, I'm gonna bust out some hammer time on these
Did you
guys.
attack Ertlebee? I'm sorry.
Ertlebee is going to shoot it now.
Okay.
Ertlebee just rolled a 20.
Natural?
Yes.
Oh!
Go, Grandma.
Kill shot.
Go, Grandma. Go, Grandma.
It's so nice to see you again, Mr. Forged.
Nice to see you, too. It's nice to drop in.
Get that thing off you right now. Takes aim. Rolls 11. So 11. Then times 2?
Yep, 22. So, yeah, you let loose a powerful shot, and you see some of that purplish arcane blood spill everywhere.
Oh no!
And it is going to spread its wings, and anyone that's in melee with it can get a free attack on it. It's taking off. So that would be pretty much. I don't. You have a Warhammer, right, Wesley?
Yeah.
So yeah, Brummelstone and Roberto could both get an attack on it right now.
If I did that, would I? I guess it would take. It's going to take off and go, right? So
yeah, that won't break. Yeah. So
can I slice specifically at a wing?
No,
No good.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna tell you. It's below 10.
13. That's what I
13.
got.
Both are misses, so it takes off and it climbs into that hole up above. And you can hear it just kind of crawling and digging as it retreats. And then both Brummelstone and Vasa hear some kind of weird, like a very weird sound that doesn't make any sense.
Is it like a burrow or like it's like a tunnel that it?
It's a tunnel up in the ceiling.
Well, as it leaves, I guess as the dust settles and there's a bit of a stunned silence, like, I would kind of run in and be like, Roberto, are you okay? Where did you come from?
I chose to stay and protect the town while you guys search for this monster, but I figured I need to help you guys out. And hi, how are you guys doing?
Oh, what a nice young man.
How is his back? Like, I'm looking at his back where the tail struck him.
I mean, he took damage, but he doesn't look infected or anything like that. Not like that nameless dwarf, that weird body that's just laying there. You don't know who that dwarf is or what it's doing here, but there's just a dead dwarf body.
I look over and I'm like, Tiny Tim, are you alright?
Since I'm like all the way across the cavern, I'm like, yeah, fine. I'm good.
And then I'm basically just asking everyone, like, I'd be like, Master Dwarf, Grandmother, everybody alright?
Let's get out the checklist. Take out the sheet.
Oh.
You're here. Mr. Robot, please draw yourself on the sheet so we can make sure we remember everybody. I am pretty sure that when we were coming in, the Mr. Mayor Dwarf said that that they forgot who that person was. You know everyone except, yes, draw yourself. Draw it now. Draw.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, absolutely. I draw a crude box with eyes.
While he's doing that,
I love that everyone made characters that can't draw. This group of cartoonists.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go to the corpse of the dwarf that I don't recognize, and I don't know why he's there, but it looks fresh to me, and I'm just gonna, unless it's like, drowning in purple toxic blood, I'm gonna try to root through the body to see if there's anything worth salvaging.
Mm-hmm. You pick up about 10 gold, 3 silver, and 16 copper.
Well, I was looking for like tools, but I'll take gold. I'll take money.
Yeah. He also has a pickaxe on his back.
Plus pickaxe. All right.
So maybe he was one of the miners in here, but the body is fresh dead.
Yeah, I'm just like, I can't remember it, and I kind of go like, we need to find the lantern. We need to get out of here before it comes back. Roberto, how did you get here?
I came in through a tunnel.
Yeah, there's a tunnel off to the side that he came in through.
Yeah.
Is there a visible lantern anywhere in this cavern at all? Like, really obviously?
No.
Are there any other signs of the other miners? Since I can remember.
Wait, what? No, you can't remember.
What?
No.
But she's not affected.
She's immune to she's possibly immune to the shadow plague that would rip her out of the timeline. But she's not immune from losing her memories like everybody else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we are.
That guy's never existed, as far as you guys understand.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Mr. Dwarf, that's not dead. Did you have the raven a little while ago, or is that something else?
I did.
Do you still have it?
I do still have it, I believe. And I could also, if we have a little bit of time, an hour, I can cast it and turn it into a bat. I believe.
We don't have an hour.
It's true.
Could we send it up just to see if that thing is still there?
Yeah. So yeah, I would summon the raven. And I'd also like to, I know that sound was arcana in nature, so I'll make a arcana check. I did not do well. I got an 8.
No idea. But you can send your bird up there. So it flies up the tunnel, and then it looks around. No, it's too dark up there, though.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Can it carry a torch up there? Yeah.
You could light it on fire, I guess. For a small amount of time to be able to see.
Or just like a small flammable thing. I don't know.
You'd think it would probably work, though. If you got like one of your smaller torches out.
Well, if we think it will work without burning the magical bird, that would be okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we get it a small little torch.
Yep.
And we strap it to it. We light it with our big torch, and we say, "Be
Yeah,
free."
we put something on a
Let's
string.
let's not strap it to the bird. Let's
Yeah, I was
just
gonna say.
carry it.
Yeah, I can just carry it.
It's like it's got no choice. If that flame gets near it, it's just gonna burn up.
Yeah, it picks up the little makeshift torch you made, and it flies up. It clears the passage that thing had kind of flown up and crawled up. And then once it gets up top, maybe about 20 feet away from this hole, there's some kind of shimmering wall about 20 feet away from it. And it kind of ebbs and flows like satin sheets in the wind. You can't see behind the wall, but through your bird, you can hear winds whipping and howling on the other side.
I'm guessing it created a portal to a new place.
I go like, well, we can't get up there. Let's see if we can find the lantern before it comes back.
Could it have taken the lantern through there?
It's
I
not.
suppose so. But if we can't get up there...
Yeah, the trails of blood that you were tracking stopped in this room.
Okay. Can we climb up there?
Yeah, you can make some climb checks. Yeah.
I mean, I have 25 feet of rope and a pickaxe. So I can make like a little like grappling hook.
Now the ceiling's 60 feet high and the tunnel goes even higher, so...
God damn it.
Yeah.
I have a shitload of rope as well. We could just tie
the rope together.
Could we send a robot first?
Oh,
though,
wait.
just to be sure?
Oh, sure. Send the robots first, right?
Wow.
So let's tie.
It's just they're very special.
Let's tie the rope together. Let's tie a pickaxe
As a
to
compliment.
make a makeshift grappling hook. Can the raven carry the pickaxe up?
It's too heavy.
It's a tiny
That's
little
too
bird.
heavy.
All right. What if we shove the pickaxe down into a gun and fire it up there?
Not possible,
Damn.
unfortunately.
All right.
No.
So we're just gonna have to throw it. No, we have no NPCs. Never did.
No.
Never will.
Tompkins.
They decided to leave Tompkins behind. He offered his services, but they did not feel that they were best suited for this particular endeavor.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, guys, what if we have to go through the portal and then we have to leave Tompkins behind and then we don't have him for our help? He's our guide. Oh my god.
No, he wasn't much of a guide. It's all right.
He'll fall asleep, get back to Mercurius, he'll be okay.
Yeah.
So I recall that cats are very good at climbing things from internet videos. And cats are also stronger than birds. And there's a member of our party who might discover accidentally that she can turn into a cat. Could we
Cats aren't like right. They're not upside down climbers.
Yeah, I was gonna say they can't like.
On the plus, there is a large curtain hanging from the top of the cave.
Guys, I submit as evidence Unlikely Animal Friends, the TV show, where I watched an episode about a guy who climbs mountains with his cat.
But does he carry the cat, or does the cat pitch in?
No, the cat climbs itself. Here, I'm going to look this up. Unlikely
Proof.
Animal Friends. Unlikely.
Could you just turn into a gecko?
I haven't seen a gecko in my entire life. Animal Friends.
Well, let me throw this at you real quick.
climbs rock.
In game, the creators of D&D have not seen this video, so they decided, oh shit, it does have climb 30 feet.
Nice.
They have seen this video and they agree with you. You can climb.
Wait, so I can climb up?
As a cat, apparently, by the rules, you can climb the rock.
Ertlebee is pondering very hard what possibly to do, and she recalls a day in her youth when she was not known as Ertlebee. She was known as Bee Drake. But that's a story for another time. When she saw a cat who was awesome at climbing rock walls, and as she thinks about this, a transform happens. A transformation. And suddenly, there is a cat that looks kind of like an old lady with a big old cloak on it, standing where Ertlebee was, and like pawing at the pickaxe. Meow.
Yo, this is trippy.
I'm like, oh, good grief.
Meow.
So I just feel like, well, she's a cat now. We might as well use her.
Before we do this real quick, I want to help you guys out. Ertlebee, can you do an intelligence check for me?
You see a ladder to your left. There are steps going up.
Yeah, you see a staircase.
Ertlebee just got a 14.
Good. All right, that's good enough. Before you do, I know you're kind of unconsciously transforming, but you would also realize that when you shift, everything that you're carrying on you also shifts. It doesn't fall to the ground. If you shift without the pickaxe, you will then be a cat who's trying to carry a pickaxe. If you have the pickaxe on you, and then you shifted...
So what if we all just jump on Ertlebee's back and then she transforms?
No, that's... She takes her gear with her.
Okay. So, but what if she's technically wearing us? Wrap around.
I'm wearing your skin. If you can transform into clothes, then maybe this could work. Alright, now here's what happens. Ertlebee picks up the pickaxe, starts thinking about this cat who could climb rock walls back on Cog, and Beely Booley Booley is a cat and starts slowly making her way up the wall, but she's kind of like a dumpy cat, so it takes a little while. And there's a lot of times where it doesn't look like her butt's gonna make it over the next ledge, but
yeah, I'm kind of following underneath her with my hands like this, she's just gonna fall.
While she's making that climb, can I just kind of skirt the perimeter and just see if I notice anything else about the place that we're in? It's important.
Mm-hmm. The only thing, give me a perception check, or what's your passive?
11.
Yeah, you can give me a perception check if you want.
Even worse. A 9. So I just kind of...
All good. It all checks.
No one's invading.
It's not just quite on the western front. Eastern, northern, southern.
We're good here, guys. Nothing to worry about.
So
meow.
Yeah,
Meow.
So Pedro. So I know my race has Rock Stepper, which is just skillfully navigate rocky terrain.
Yep.
Would that help in climbing?
Yep.
Or would I feel confident
in this environment? It absolutely would. Yep.
Okay. Well, then I will climb alongside the cat.
We should just send up the dwarf. I don't know why we send up the grandma as a cat.
Once you have to start going upside down, I'll need each of you to make a strength check.
That's why I'm underneath. So I
got a 4, but I'm lucky.
Oh?
Yeah.
8.
Aw.
I got a 14.
You're good. Unfortunately, Ertlebee loses her grip and falls safely into the arms of Vasa. Feet first.
You tried, grandmother. You tried.
But you are impressed with this wizard who is basically arm over arm, just monkey barring his way.
But he doesn't have the pickaxe and the rope.
No, this is true.
That's when we realized he's actually just secretly ripped.
And I kind of shake the cat. And I'm like, grandmother, quickly transform back.
Meow. Meow.
Girl, you have her only rope and pickaxe.
What size of cat are you? Are you a...
I kind of
It's a house cat.
Pretty fat cat.
Fat cat?
Can Roberto throw me back up again?
You know what? If Roberto wants to make a strength check and toss you up to Brummelstone once he gets up there, I would totally allow that.
And then I'm just I snap my head over. I'm like, Roberto! And I pass the cat over. Throw her up there!
Okay, we're tossing kitties. Okay.
All right.
And then I'm getting ready to catch her again.
I got a 15.
A 15? That's good enough. So yeah, you just kind of... are you...
Grandma.
Oh, you're going for the cover of NFL 2017.
Nice.
Make sure to put a good spin on her too.
Yeah, laces out, good spin. Cat goes flying into the air. I just need you to make a dex check to catch her, Brummelstone.
Oh my God. Still
Was
got
that
my
all?
hands out. Still waiting for that Grandma Kitty to come down.
I got a 13.
13's good enough. You catch her.
I imagine it being like, I got the cat, and midway through she turns into Ertlebee, and it's just like, smash.
That's when it happens.
Yeah.
She like sees the humanoid form, and it reminds her of humans again, and she's just like, "Oh yeah." So it's like the cat is coming forward, and then like the cover of an Animorphs novel.
Oh my god!
A spinning grandmother. She's got that perfect spiral.
It's you would hear Brumblestone. I got it. I don't got it.
Yeah, so Ertlebee crashes into you, and you both kind of stumble and fall backwards, but everyone's okay.
Oh
Gosh. That was...
Yeah,
You're about 10 feet from that shimmering wall.
Here's your pickaxe, dear.
I call up and I'm like, "Did you make it?"
We're
Yes!
fine. I'll throw the rope down. Yeah, I'll try to secure the pickaxe, and I'll help use my strength to steady it. And then throw the rope down so that it's easy for everyone to climb up.
All right,
So I'm gonna go first as the lightest one.
Yep, it's not going to be a problem. You don't have to make any checks.
Okay.
You take your time, you shimmy up the rope, and before long, all of you are up there up top.
I was quite nimble about it, as if I've done a lot of shimmying up ropes.
I was really slow because I'm freaking heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if the forged go last, everyone can be up there to kind of help hold the rope.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it's fine. Yep, so you're all up there, and again, you see that shimmering wall kind of flowing as if it's kind of like just lazily moving in the wind. It has a grayish hue to it, and you can hear the winds behind it whipping and howling on the other side.
I take a pebble and I chuck it at that wall.
Mm-hmm. You hear that same kind of like noise as it flies in there, but you never hear it fall on the other side.
So I take a moment and tell everyone, like, I think the next move is to go through the wall, but just to tell you a bit more about the Shadow Plague. If you do get hit by it, you have to share information about yourself, remember your past, and only if you tell something that you keep kind of hidden can you accept healing magic. That was the way my old master staved off the curse.
Like, as a little bit, real quick. It doesn't have to be secret. It just has to be significant.
I was just embellishing and making them tell me.
Cool. No problem. All right.
No.
Forget I said anything.
Brumblestone loves gossip. Is what's going on here.
This is
really embarrassing,
girl.
This is actually Brummelstone's.
As he's sharing this, I have unwound the ropes. I passed the 50 feet back to Roberta, and I've stowed the pickaxe. But I'm just like, whoever goes through first, let's tie the rope to them just in case.
That's a very good idea, dearie. I agree.
We might want to send in the lightest so that we can pull them back safely if something is awry on the other side.
I say I disagree. The forged seem to be the ones most resistant. It would be safest to send one of them through.
Can I actually can I send the Raven through?
Yeah.
Hey.
Sorry, celestial.
Yeah,
bird
let's do that.
Who I've left unnamed.
Yep. So, are you looking through the Raven's eyes?
Yeah, I'll look through the Raven's eyes.
Yep.
Just gonna tie a little rope to the Raven feet.
Tucky.
Safety first.
Do you really tie rope to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's familiar, it'll let it happen. Like, otherwise it'd fight really hard and try to claw you. But as long as Brummelstone wants it, it'll let itself get tied up.
Yeah, I guess that seems fair.
Yeah, so it flies through, but as soon as it crosses that veil, you can't see or feel it anymore.
Okay.
Is the rope unraveling, or is the rope just it fell limp as if it was tied to nothing?
Yeah, no, it's still there.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I can signal to it to fly back, yeah.
You're gonna tell it to fly back, you said?
I mean, I guess I can't feel it. But
yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't issue any commands to it.
Okay.
Oh my
We
gosh,
have it
guys.
on a
This is
rope.
the under.
Well, now start reeling in that rope.
Yep. So you pull it out pretty fast, and you suddenly feel your mind just fill up with that connection again. And if you're still looking through its eyes, and you see the veil fly away from it as it gets pulled back.
Nice.
But
Can I? Does it? Yeah, I don't know how the spell works. If it's like, well, I thought, and part of it was that like, I thought you could communicate with it. Did you hear what it hears? Okay.
Yeah, you can tell. You can speak with it telepathically. It can't really give you. It doesn't speak your language, but it can give you its impressions, and so it kind of impresses upon you the idea of treacherous and twisting and windy.
That sounds totally safe. I think that's fine.
does this remind anybody of like their hometown?
Would anyone describe their planet as treacherous, and windy? I don't know. I feel like we're wasting time. We should just go with it. Yeah.
All right. So one by one, each of you goes into the veil and leaves this world completely.
You guys made a huge mistake, and you're all dead. You've walked into a dragon's mouth.
Windy dragon's mouth. I should have known.
Thanks again for listening to World Walkers. Follow us on Twitter at WorldWalkersPod or like us on Facebook at facebook.com/WorldWalkersPod. If you want to see World Walkers grow, consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/WorldWalkers. Patrons get rewards such as art from the group, early episodes, and a chance to hang out in a live draw session with the group as we talk shop. Thanks to Syrinscape for the music and sounds you heard in today's game. You can find them at Syrinscape.com. Just gotta... Wait.
Nobody uses
Enzo, Enzo, we're fighting some kind of plague demon. Your brother's literally about to be bitten in half by it.
This is so epic.
So
This is the best timing ever.
No pressure, Enzo. Oh, he can't hear us.
It's Gandalf. It's like you look to the east and there's Gandalf.
I still don't get that reference.
I still have no idea what's going on. Such a good entrance,
Such a good entrance.
What if he breaks it in time and just in time to see like
His
his brother?
in half.
His brother like looks back. It's like Roberto, and then bleh.
Oh no.
I hope that doesn't happen. By the way.
Well, it's okay. You've doomed me.